great news if you're a Resident Evil fan. If you own Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 on the previous gen systems, later this year, Capcom is going to be giving you guys a free upgrade for the next gen consoles. Hey everybody, I am Robert Storms. As always, if you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a massive favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe for all future content. So Capcom is giving us free upgrades for these games in the next generation. I don't have 3. I mean, I do have 3, but it's digital. I bought the digital one. It was hard. COVID came, and it was right smack dab in COVID. Like, it's funny. I was unable to get a physical copy of 3 because of a virus, which a virus is in Resident Evil 3. I digress. But yeah, we're gonna be getting upgrades for these games within this year. Right here's the Twitter feed for Resident Evil. Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7 are coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S with visual enhancements later this year. Those who currently own these games on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will be eligible for a digital upgrade at no additional cost. And it's actually more than just visual enhancements. They're also going to be doing ray tracing and framework and a lot of, quality life improvements to these games going into the next gen. Like I said, I own 2 and 7 physically. I already own 3 digitally. So when the patch comes out for the upgraded experience, I'll be able to get that for all 3 games. Resident Evil 3 being one of my favorites of the remakes. 7 was fine. 7 was scary. 7 was like horrifying in VR. Resident Evil 2 is classic Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was awesome. Resident Evil 3 was just great. It was short, sweet. I played it multiple times. Can't wait to get an upgraded patch for these to make the textures look better, get some ray tracing. The PlayStation 5 is going to offer some of the adaptive feedback and haptic triggers and all that stuff. So really looking forward to that, because if you go over here to IGN.com, they kind of go over some of the stuff that's going to be available, such as, like I said, ray tracing, high frame rate, 3D audio. PlayStation 5 version will also include haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. So if you guys like the PlayStation 5 controller and like all the greatness of the next gen experience of that, you're going to get upgrades for that. So it's going to be more than just what the Twitter says of just like visual improvements. Like, we're getting ray tracing, we're getting 3D audio. To me, the most important part out of all of that was the frame rate. A higher frame rate. When I play my games, I want to play at the highest frame rate possible to get that nice, silky, smooth feeling as I'm playing the game. These games already look fantastic. I can't wait to see what the texture packs are going to look like, what kind of visual enhancements they're going to do to these games. But the one thing that I'm really, really excited for is the possibility of playing these games at like a 60 frames per second or higher. That's what I'm looking for. Give me a locked 60 frames per second and allow me to replay these games. And I'll be super excited for it. Can't wait to jump in to these games and really give it the next gen playthrough, especially when Resident Evil 4 remake is right around the corner. They're gonna want these games to all kind of link up and feel like they belong in the same generation. And I think that's great. And I think that Capcom coming out and actually giving everybody a free upgrade if you already own these versions, I think that's a very positive. They're not making us go back and double dip again, because a lot of times Capcom does make us double dip. Like that's not even a lie. Like Capcom, they put out something and then like a year later, boom, here you're double dipping again. So the fact that they're actually giving us the free upgrade, I'm really, really happy about that, because again, I don't want to have to double dip for something I already paid $60 each for when these games were first released. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it, guys. I wonder what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Do you own the Resident Evil games on the Xbox or PlayStation 4? Are you excited for the visual upgrades and frame rate and all that stuff that they're promising us later on this year? Leave those comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.